What's up? The IB here. Okay, I want to bring up another thing that I looked up, and it's pretty interesting with the running aspect. This is the author is by the name of Matt Fitzgerald. He's a author for the 80-20 running, and the 80-20 running, you should look it up, is it deals with 80%, 80-20 represent percentages. So the 80% of your running should include low intensity, low training throughout your training period, and the rest of the 20% should be at your moderate to high intensity. So that could be like a tempo run, interval work, probably even fartleks for the rest of the 20%. But this is a pretty interesting concept. Like the 80% is supposed to be the key to improving your speed. The outcome is that the slower you are with your training, the slower you run in your training most of the time. And if you follow the training plan correctly by minimizing your intensity and increasing your longer miles in that 80%, your race results will be very phenomenal. You'll race stronger, you'll recover faster, and this is even for all ages. I've heard probably people up in their 40s and 50s, even older than that, if they go by a method like this, they're guaranteed to do very well in certain events like that and reducing the risk of injury. Because in today's society, even like not only just running, but like weightlifting and football, basketball, baseball, and the rest of those kinds of sports, people are trained too hard. Initially, they're trained too hard. They're burning out quicker than ever. Their cumulative stress levels are just so high. They're not fueling right either. And it's that's how they hurt themselves in the end, where they may not be able to run ever again or be able to do that particular sporting activity. So, but this was a great book that I looked up. I think it's an article on the internet. But yeah, I mean, this applies. Yeah, I think it mainly applies to the running. I'm not sure about the other sports, but it's a great example to minimize your intensity and everything. Now, I'm not saying like cut it out entirely, because probably like 1 or 2 days, I guess higher intensity would be good for that 20%. And chances are, and you're guaranteed, I'm pretty sure you're guaranteed that you will succeed and be even happier with your results than you ever expected to be. Because it's just, the problem is I've run with a group before. They go too fast, too daggone fast on an easy day. I mean, really? It's just like we're racing a 5K when it's supposed to be an easy run. And more than likely you're gonna get injured. I mean, I had a stress fracture on my foot a couple weeks ago, and I think that was one of the causes of it. I was training too hard daily, and I wasn't taking the opportunity to take it easy on myself most of the time during that time. And I just looked more into this, and it just made so much sense to me. It's And for me, I'm pretty intuitive about this stuff. I'm not bragging. I believe everyone's intuitive in their own way. They're not no one's the same. No one's the same at all. I mean, we all have different personalities, different backgrounds. Yeah, but it's also it's good to have common sense in things. Like, if you think that you're gonna get faster in races by pushing harder and harder and harder, I mean that can work. It can work, but I've seen many people with injuries in that case, and like I mentioned, I've mentioned before in my other videos that strength and some weights. I mean, you got including a couple weights and using your own body, like push-ups or stuff like that. I think that's very critical when it comes to certain activities like that. Because like if you don't include certain things like that, you won't know what to expect in the end. And you'll be able to follow a good plan that way. So I think this was a pretty good thing that I looked up by Matt Fitzgerald. You should look him up. I recommend looking him up. I mean, his advice is pretty cool. Like, even though now I see like training, I was thinking to myself before, I'm like, how do you get faster if you run slower most of your time during your training period? Well, I mean, it makes sense. Because when you're just, it just makes sense. It makes sense. I really don't think there's really any other argument that goes against that. And there probably are, but I mean, this is a pretty strong statement here. Like, yeah, just being able to train during that time. Longer mileage at a slower pace will guarantee you, with including 20% of your intense training, 1 to 2 days a week. That's when the positive results come in the end, the outcome that you didn't expect before, but you're happier than ever. So I just wanted to bring that out there, guys. Check out Matt Fitzgerald. He's pretty inspirational.